I change it to public. Hello, fellow Ambazonians. Greetings, my fellow brothers and sisters. Today, we have the VP of AgovC, Dr. Julius, coming to the studio today to talk with you today about the takeover. Today is a day like never before. Today is a day sent sent by God to Ambazonia. As a people, we have suffered a lot, and it's a time for us to take our land. Total takeover. Total takeover has arrived. As a VP, one of the most important person in our life, in our struggle, in our history, in our nation, has come today here to clarify your doubt. During this talk show, you will be able to call and ask even strongest question. Your doubts will be answered. Your doubts will be clarified. And today we are bringing the VP here, and I want you to share and invite, as we want the VP to talk for himself. This is Dr. Julius in Liberation TV, coming to talk to the people because of the leadership that we have that is very democratic, that cannot hide from you people. Thank you so much and welcome, Doctor.
Thank you, Comrade Verla, CEO of Liberation TV and the master of Who No Know Must Know. I salute all of you. I salute most of you on ground zero in the diaspora and on ground one. I come here to tell you that we are on track and that the takeover blueprint has been tested. Theoretically, it's time we put it into practice. And based on our analysis and our track record, this is going to be the game changer.
Thank you so much, Doctor, for coming. As you always remind me that we cannot start any national occasion without the national anthem. And therefore, as people are sharing, so we could start in 2 minutes from now as we are building up. So we want to pledge our allegiance to our nation by listening to our one most powerful lyrics, our Amba national anthem. Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you.
The Ambazonia, special loyalty, present to our Savior who granted us the freedom, and never saw the hero who brought the land we gather. Glory to glory, we rise and never to fall. Here in a nation, flowing with earth and glory, glory, glory. Glory to the Father for making you a nation and joy forevermore. Ambazonia, land of freedom, you shall live in plenty in our need, and your children shall be like the stars above. The Most High God being the watchman of His nation. Ambazonia, land of freedom, you shall live in plenty in our need,
so much. Patriotic salute and 21 gun salute. The Vice President of AgovC, the one that oversees our diplomatic scores, the one that oversees and link the bridge between the sub-defense and the executive. Thank you so much, and God bless you, sir, and welcome to Liberation TV, as we call each and everyone to share and invite bigly and fatly. Mr. VP, Your Excellency, you are welcome to Liberation TV.
Thank you so much, Comrade Verla, and thank you all those that are watching us. You're welcome to this very important talk show. It's the first time on this platform, and we will endeavor to clarify, to lay the path, to also make sure that we are together as we move to Boya as one people, the Ambazonian people.
Thank you so much, Mr. VP. And I want our people to have a look at actually the vision that the Agov, just like ADF, has given to us. I want the people to look at the screen and for the next 10 seconds and see the type of community, the type of country that we want to build. I want the people to see the link, the liaison between our defense and our communities. In whatever the VP will be saying today, I want you to be seeing from that angle. When we give milk and honey to our valiant soldiers to protect our communities, to protect our people, how is the liaison going to be? Our people going to run away from the defense forces? Or our people are going to open their hands and say, oh, yeah, oh, ADF, yeah, oh. Is that what our people will be doing? I want you people to see exactly what the VP is coming to talk today, the type of nation we are looking forward to building. My dearest brethren, my fellow brothers and sisters, fellow Ambazonians, tell me that you don't like to see what you see. Tell me that's not what you want to see in Donga, Belom, Kupe Manegoba, everywhere. Meme. Tell me that's not what you want to see our civilian population with our soldiers moving around. Honorable, His Excellency, Mr. VP, welcome to Liberation TV. And today I think you could ask a question to the people and elaborate this statement. Thank you so much. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Comrade Verla. Yes, there is a clear link between what happens on ground zero, what happens in the diaspora in terms of community mobilization in the diaspora, but also diplomatic moves and the actions that our boys and girls and the civilian population take on ground zero. All of these form what we call the triad approach. And with this triad approach and understanding the type of enemy we are dealing with, it has proven to be right from day one. It's proven to be right, and it is the approach, the tactics that will take us to Boya when everybody is on board. I know we have had some hiccups along the way, and I want to tell you all today that these hiccups are being addressed. At first, Ambazonians did not believe. They thought they were just enablers. No, these are people working with Cameroon from internally. And let me make one thing clear. Cameroon, since this war began 3 years ago, Cameroon has not won the Ambazonian Defense Forces in any battle. They have not been able. We have only lost battles to our internal foes, infiltrators, spies for Cameroon. And one by one, they are exiting the scene. So rest assured in the Ambazonian Defense Forces and the diplomatic team, as well as the organization, the AgovC ADF, that they are going to lead you to Boya, because they have an impeccable strategy laid out by its leadership. They have a committed team that goes at length in order to make sure that the different action plans and policies are implemented both in the diaspora and on the ground to increase maximum effect on Cameroon, so that they succumb, so that the economy is destroyed, so that the land become ungovernable as it has become, so that Cameroon can pack its bag earlier than later out of Ambazonia.
Thank you so much, VP, for this wonderful reiteration. VP, we just witnessed the PIN project. Mr. VP, we saw you went and launched this project. You launched the PIN project. We saw this. In one of the greatest places, the United States of America. While Dr. Cho Ayaba went to South Africa and launched, because he liked to go to Africa for one reason or the other. He always liked to start his things from Africa. But Mr. VP, as you are the executive and you launched the PIN project, so many people thought that they would want to see you, but with files every time, going to maybe the United Nations and crying, or maybe going to the Pentagon or White House with files because you are the VP and you are executive. We mean you are a bookman, and we know you are a doctor. But we saw you leading the PIN project. You went and launched it, and more money came. That we raised over 93,000 US dollars. That we saw how the ADF intact when they came to going to get the last things that arrived to General Sumanguru of ADF. That we saw the materials. More weapons were taken from ADF, and the people of Ambazonia finally believe that AgovC mean business, ADF mean business so far as this is concerned. What is your level of satisfaction from 1 to 10 when it comes to the PIN project?
I think the PIN project has been very satisfactory, and it is still ongoing. Many people are still buying their pins. Pins are being shipped from Europe, from the USA, from South Africa, from Asia to different purchasers online. So I think from 1 to 10, the PIN project has been a 8 on 10, very successful. And I think me being on the streets, it doesn't take away from the diplomatic wins that we make. When we shall open the files of the AgovC to Ambazonians, when the dust will settle, and you will see the pictures, the doors that we've knocked, and the meetings that we've held. We've not come on stream to be pompous with them, because diplomacy is a covert operation. But diplomacy and the PIN project go hand in hand. And that Ambazonians, why they commit to the total takeover fund as they've been doing, and I commend those that have already pledged and those that have already signed up. I also encourage those that are still contemplating to put their hands on deck, and that the ADF and the AgovC have delivered. We are not inside this thing for any gain. We also sacrifice our resources. We lead by example, and that everybody in the AgovC ADF family, they do everything possible to make sure that our boys and girls on the ground, the civilian population, are protected, while Cameroon is being delivered a severe economic, social, and political blow in Ambazonia.
Mr. VP, as we know we are encouraged despite what happened. We saw materials, and some of us having doubt that ADF does not really deliver. They don't exist. But then all of a sudden we saw them with a lot of materials in Bui. Heavy arms that Cameroon was trembling. Some of us are not discouraged. We have put our credit cards in the takeover. www.ttof.net. www.ttof.net. The new baby that God has given to Ambazonia. The new place where we give milk and honey to our soldiers directly in ground zero. Because ADF know where to get the materials. Because ADF know how to deliver. Because ADF always deliver and swear by the blood to prove to Paul Biya that we are a gone people. Some of us are hardcore people, and we cannot look back despite the sabotage we had at the time. We had no TV. We had no activists by then, but we were still able to stand and raise this money. Today, we see that a lot of gap has been achieved. Mr. VP, what encouragement and motivation you want to use from this to tell us now how to do even more? If you gave, let's say, $500 to the PIN project, why you should give $1,000 or more, or $500 every month to the takeover project? Over to you, Mr. VP.
Thank you. If you look at the sacrifice that Ground Zero are doing, the civilian population in themselves, in respecting Ghost Town, in sabotaging Cameroon, the boys and girls laying down their life, it is our responsibility, especially those of us in the diaspora who can still make money on a daily basis, to do whatever it takes. Because from experience and from evidence, we have seen how the ADF has used every money that they've raised, every dollar, every euro, every pound that they've raised in order to acquire materials. And it's not just acquiring the materials. We have the route, because there is one thing having the money, there is another thing having the route in order to constantly supply this material. Why people have to invest in the PIN and the TTOF, especially the TTOF, on a continuous basis is because, one, it allows our boys and girls on the ground to focus. And when they focus, it helps diplomacy. It helps our case in the corridors of power within the different international systems and organizations. But also when they invest in the revolution, they take ownership. You don't want another person to come and invest in your revolution and then takes ownership of the result. We are asking Ambazonians, it is your country, it is your future, it is the future of your children, it is the future of your children's children. So it is our responsibility collectively to invest continuously so that our boys and girls have continuous supply of the materials that they need, of the support that they need, both in terms of humanitarian, in terms of actions against the occupier, but also in terms of developing social projects in order to keep some form of life within communities that we control, which is over 90%. But also to make sure that tomorrow the outcome of the revolution belongs to Ambazonian and not any outside investors. That is why we have refused from the onset to engage in any person other than Ambazonians in order to have their independence in their own plate and not in somebody's plate. So I employ everybody to look into their consciences, to own a piece of Ambazonia by logging on to ttof.net and signing up for your monthly contribution. Every little helps, whether it's a $5, a $10, or €1,000, $1,000. In that way, we are collectively going to achieve our independence. We are going to march to Boya as a people. Give to the organization you trust, and we have shown that trust. The ATF have integrity. There are people that have sacrificed, and they want to continuously sacrifice, not for their own personal gain, but for the gain of the Ambazonian people. We are just there to liberate. I hear.
Thank you so much, Mr. VP. And I think that some people always like when you talk like this, they want to see in videos how it look like, because this is a vision. You know, some of we will not go book. Make a talk for pidgin English. So we will not know when I will not be doctors. When I talk, so we know the sometimes they understand. But sometimes we dey show video for people will see that this book man, which way come talk mama and papa. Picking the one I want to take ground, one the whole grass, one the whole stick, one the whole meter. Say La Republic go, he go Yawag go. Make una see for video. When Mr. VP come talk na big book man, big book when people like Donald Trump, people like the King of England, they hear them, they understand well, because when I know say they go book. Now, mama and papa, which way Mr. Bookman in the talk. I want to make una see him for this video where they show una. Now the thing they will want say, when we picking it don't there for the card level. Even Koutou, where they come from La Republic, even in the carry France, come join them. Then go pick board and run like the Chadian them, they run them. When I see it for ourselves.
Susanna! When shall I see my girlfriend? Susanna! When shall I see my family? Susanna! When shall I see my mother?
Thank you so much, Mr. VP, because the people don't see which way the talk say. Like from my back, you see how someone with Papa when our uncle way a day where la Republic torture. That kind of thing no go ever come happen again. Mr. VP, how people feel put this now where so mama and papa for California, for Colorado, for New York, for Washington DC, even with Mandela for Dubai, they want put their ATM machine. Because I hear said this website said get locked. That means say you put your information, they no go feel see. And you feel choose for be anonymous. That means say person no go know say na you. Even your husband, if you want support, you know when your husband or your wife know, you go feel go for there, you click anonymous, your name it no go flash anywhere. Mr. VP, how you fit get people for do? Some person want put $10,000, how it go do?
When he's supposed to go, I go talk for pidgin because
thank you.
I feel talk trilingual, country talk pidgin and English. So make the person go for that website, go fill the form, put the anonymous name, put the payment details. They don't go be traced to him because the technical team will develop the Amba coin. Not them. These people now BB book people pass me self. Now then they for background, they the whole IT system. They did make sure say all things be seamless. Your information it will be well guarded. It don't go fall for the wrong hands. But if you do them even anonymously, they will talk. In that way, your confidentiality be assured. So may Ambazonian people, may they flock to that website, register, donate whatever you have. Because through that donation, you go own a piece of Ambazonia, but at the same time, you go enable those where they be for ground, where they want sacrifice. And they cry every day. Every day they cry and say, send we meta, send we meta. You see meta where they get them thing where they did do. La Republic don't try, since I talk for so many times. La Republic never win for no war. Come on, Kwakwa, come for Mutengene, come on Mutengene, Muyuka, go outside. The only place where we don't lost soldier, including Jeramba Ivo, now because of these Balok people for Wamido, where they did work with SDF and CPDM. So we'll be doing things saying I will brother them. No, not threaten them. And they go, they die one by one. Ekema, Bandam, all them, they go fall down, including the one they were there for diaspora. Now only a matter of time. Ambazonia will exist, a free democratic state of Ambazonia will exist, but all of them go fall down and go meet Satan as you talk. I love you for that word, Satan.
Thank you so much. Like you don't talk and where you are brain to keep information so they go past. So wonderful. That means say honorable in Bandam don't go
big time.
Wonderful.
Now he there with his Sako them with the Iringwa. Now we begin to Ambazonian them, but I think Ambazonian no be understand. Now they don't can realize the missing link where it's Sako with the Chris and way Bangwa people don't reject it. I see here say Bui people them with the Batibo people still like it. I don't know, some person there they don't like it for their own house. It go be for the other house where now spoiler they will still like it, the thing pass me.
What the way you talk now, you know say Jesus Christ he don't die before he joined up yesterday. Now for Friday when Jesus Christ come die. What happen? People for place for Jesus Christ being rejected. He go for some place they accept him. Jesus thinks that the love where they give you go past. It no reach 1 year waiting where it come happen. Now for the cross where it don't them put up. Now Jesus this way them born for your place. People for your place say I don't know what happen or me will not go that one. But he enter for some place. People welcome you triumphantly. What happened after a few days? For the cross, them kneel them. The people for beach now so they don't accept Sako. Now when they picking them, Shaja them kneel them for cross. Engineer phone for cross they kneel them. Oh, on one side so them all people where they fight on so now for the cross they kneel them today, kneel them today, kneel them for today like they kneel Jesus Christ say Jesus, you are guilty. That's what is going in. So, Honorable VP, what do you want to tell all your Ambazonian children, all your Ground Zero forces? Because when we say Ambazonian Defense Force, we don't say AgovC Defense Force. We don't say Dr. Cho Ayaba Defense Force. We don't say Tapang Ivo Defense Force or Capo Dane or Chairman Benedict Defense Force. They don't say Verla Franklin Defense Force. They say Ambazonia Defense Forces. What do you have to tell Ambazonia today in this?
I think what Ambazonians need to know is they have to reject tribalism. They have to reject people that come in sheep clothing, like the pig IG. like fake pastor that have no achievement to show, even in the colonial system of Cameroon. And even when they leave the colonial system and come abroad where there are opportunities, they are unable to have any personal achievement. But they come to our population and fool them and instill tribalism with the help of Cameroon and France and the Swiss HD, so that they should kill their own children. What I'm telling all fighters on the ground, whether they are ADF or our sister forces that we are working with them in the contender forces, they should reject tribalism. But also, since our code of conduct has changed, they should take no chances. Anybody approaching their camp, whether sister force or not, whether Cameroon or not, take them down. There is no more space for complacency. There is no more time to reflect and say, oh, we are all going to Boya, because we have realized all the knack, the dark and everything, they are not going to Boya. They have relationships with the Swiss, they have relationship with Cameroon, with SDF, with enablers that have run away from Ambazonia and they are seeking refuge in neighboring Cameroon. And they are working with them in their county by county crap in order to kill the best fighters on the ground. So fighters on the ground, take your stand, reject tribalism, reject infiltration, and make sure that you defend the colors of the country. Everybody would be served with metals through the TTOF, the Total Takeover Fund. So Ambazonians, when you donate your money, you know that all the forces that are truly the national forces, from the ADF to the BSCRL to the 7 Kata and so on, that are fighting for the liberation of Ambazonia would be served through the leadership of Benedict Kwa, of Capo in Capo Daniel in the Savannah states. These are just a few people, but in the ATF AgovC, there are people that work in the background. We identified the spoilers, we've identified the spies, we've identified the infiltrators. It is a treasonable offense, and they should know that they will pay the price before, during, and even when Ambazonia is free. Anybody who directly or indirectly caused the death of fighters on the ground, whether it's Amigo, whether it's Chacha, whether it's Jinyam, whether it's General Ivo, we cannot name them all, will have to pay the price for being treasonous in their actions, whether directly or indirectly.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. VP, for this wonderful thing where you don't talk. Before one comes, some topic there where you hold up for canas, for small, so some kind of topic where you cannot show. Then once here, then now so the canas run small. I catch up. I say I want to put them for your hand again. That thing what I told me, I say something there where we don't see for this struggle. Make I come back a little bit, make people understand. Mama and Papa, they wanna hear me. What? Wanna hear me? People for boy wanna hear me. Time where they don't catch General RK for killer. Now General Amigo where they be say he go kill. The day where they want catch, they want kill, where they don't say, they don't hold security meeting, say kill RK. Then they set the very same evening a trap. After Amigo don't kill him, then they go up, then they go finish up. Then all the secret he go lost. Now General Amigo don't play draft with General RK. Love for brother, it come into your heart. The love for brother, he himself put the video. You see the thing where people write for the video where he say he cannot take the life of General RK if anyone make. People comment, is him. That means the god of Amba and the ancestors will come for his skin. If you know kill RK that evening. But when they don't say your own trap, you know we know the very same evening after they know the act must have taken place, they kill General Amigo. No be the end no. Where they have one for Bui. Now charge this, they carry and make a marshal. Whoa, kill ADF forces, kill her. Them first kill, maybe Honorable VP, you know there be Bui person never lie. Thunder for Bui, even the one for Oku, made a Jonah, plus the one from Kambe, didn't kill me. The first thing where they do for some place for where they call them say Mbim war from Mbim. Now for them where they kill the first 14 ADF soldier, bam, They say the first 14 when an 88, they select 14 of them. Them kill them from Beam. Now for they were big number, it be run. They come say Beam. Beam war. People don't know this place. As them kill them, big number escape. Now it disappear mysteriously. They bury him for one mass grave where I get everything from Beam. Shaja where they say go kill your own. They no be. Shaja after a few days them kill him. Why? For hide all the information. Now the people where they say this, the whole security meeting. They tell Shaja go and finish the remaining one where you keep them when no be ADF forces. Why you keep that general for Mimi? Why you keep that general for this place? Kill him. Then he go back again. He go kill the remaining one where he remain. They bury him for another place. We see all these things they happen. That means say what happened for Honorable Mandam last about 1 month ago. You know even read 1 month. Honorable Mandam, we hear him and I get the audio here. He did say Mama Ngwa Irene Ekome. Say Mama Ngwa Irene Ekome say na he be marry am give am for Misangwa. Say na he be carry am give am for Misangwa, and if Mama Irene Sako Ekome he open his mouth, he goes yeah wonderful. He no reach 1 week. He no reach he no reach 2 weeks. Now pa Honorable Mandam this he don't die. That means say it's not a coincidence that these people whenever like I don't play for this morning. Fighters for ADA for Bui Warrior where they be the get where now where they hunt them for killer. Their own fighter themselves, they go for Vekovi, then kill 5 of their fighters, kill civilians. One time they say civilian and La Republic, then they turn around and kill their own fighters, 5 of them in Vekovi. VP, the thing it don't pass Ambazonia people power, and now when we don't come for here, we talk the truth. Me people see say any man we don't trade with these people. Look at Barista Fru John today. No one know the see. John Fru, they don't run go exile. Mandam where he come do business with them. Then after he comes say Mama Irene, if you talk again, I go reveal all the business. The money we don't take and give for Irene Gwa. Then he tell Irene Gwa say if you open mouth, he go reveal everything we don't go transaction between La Republic. They poison Mandam. I hear that blood was coming out from his mouth. Honorable VP, for the kind books and where you get, how you fit translate this to our people. Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah, I think our people need to understand that when you are working as a spy or as an enabler with Cameroon, they are only using you for their own means and to achieve certain ends, not to achieve their ends totally. It could be to achieve just certain ends that they know that you are not useful to them. So once through the means or towards the end, they realize that you are no more relevant, they will deal with you squarely. The issues in Bui, the issues in Boyo, the issues even recently when the ATF was attacked in Batibo, it was under the Momo cartel with the SDF, and at the head was Bandaman Iringwa. If you look at even Boya itself with the Kema and the rest, what you see is they have infiltrators and spies within us, both in the diaspora and ground zero. Once these infiltrators and spies are exposed, for Cameroon to cover their asses, they will do away with that person. It therefore means that Cameroon doesn't really care about them. What Cameroon cares is how they will use them by what I call the means, and how they are going to achieve a certain end or an outcome. So for anybody out there that thinks that Cameroon likes them or that they are the privileged slave, it's only a matter of time before you have nowhere to go, because Ambazonia has rejected you. Cameroon will also reject you. But that our fighters should know on the ground that some of these Bui warriors, some of these Momo cartel in the likes of Commando and Daiman, these are Cameroon fighters within that contingent that Bui warriors came with, and the ones that Commando came with were B soldiers, Cameroon soldiers, and the French Legion soldiers in civilian attire pretending to be Amba boys. So once they use the cover of a lead traitor to get into you guys, they are going to finish you. That's why I have asked that they take precautions. Anything approaching you, whether enemy or friendly, must be taken down before you ask the question. But also that Ambazonia should realize that they are faced with two choices. choose Ambazonia and be safe, or choose Cameroon, or even against Ambazonia, not Cameroon, and you are damned. There are no two ways to think about it. The choice is yours to make. And I think the better choice is choose Ambazonia over crumbs. Choose Ambazonia over treason. Choose Ambazonia over a spy, because it's only a matter of days and months. Your end would come.
Wonderful, wonderful. Fellow brothers and sisters, I think that VP don't talk something where I want me will take 20 seconds in the spirit. Make it enter for all we, because say I not say if I just continue now it go drop, because this one nothing where we must put for we inside we ngongo. Me say I want put up, so me we take that reflection for 20 seconds maximum, and then we have the hardest question for VP. Time with plenty.
What shall I render to Jehovah?
Amen.
For he has done
Amen.
so very much for me.
So much for getting that sink into your head, into our head, into our heart, into our spirit, so that we can emanate from that. Thank you so much, Mr. VP, for a wonderful text that you have done so far as that is concerned too. Also, we want to ask you, thank you everyone for sharing. All of you that have shared, thank you so much, and God bless you. Thank you so much. God bless you all. Thank you for your contribution. Thank you for coming. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for everything. One thing that we want to ask the VP, this is the hot seat question. Mr. VP, with much honor and respect to your highest office and your personality, same as your reputation in this struggle, we stood at a time when we were hard hit. I mean hard hit, tremendously, bigly and fatly. We were hit from Ashawari Republic angle, right? We were hit by Tar Satan. And we were hit even by the direct demons and ritualistic fellows from Yaoundé, Polbia, and the military combined. We had the blue and white army on our asses, like hitting us from left and right. Where one person will create 20 ghost accounts and you are in one talk show, and the same person come from different angle with like 5 to 10 ghost account and attack, changing energies. But come on, we made it with the PIN project, without the TV, with few activists and few patrons within us. Few people were talking about it. We had, I remember, the valiant ladies like Wali on the Morph, the Grandma, the Big Mami, and the Erica Zara, the Grace, and the Ebu Free, just to name the few. They were the ones that were there. Today, we see everyone now believe the AgovC have the entire principles, democratic models, democratic principles. That AgovC is the leadership, that people need to copy from. That ADF is the People's Army. What is your take when it comes to the takeover project and other projects that are going on? Do you still have trust in the citizens that believe in you? Do you still have trust in the increment, the increased citizens that have now increased from during the PIN project now to the bigger image now that we have? Do you trust your people that have been supporting and funding the project? Or you are thinking that now the few people left without blue and army? We are going to have satellite TV now. We have the Amba radio. All these things have been given to us by God and our people in support, because it's not our people. We can have this and our people that support us. Do you have any fear? Do you have anything you want to tell Ambazonians? Do you want to say, oh, we are going, they are killing us, we can't make it, the PIN project, even we make it, we don't have power again. They don't who we for Canas. What do you want to tell them for the world and the entire nation now? Mr. VP, thank you so much. Over to you.
All right. Thank you so much, Comrade Franklin, and Ambazonians watching at home and in the diaspora. Now, you have even forgotten, the Blue Army is even recent. Remember in the Skakov days, even the Atam Milan tried to smear the leadership of the AgovC when they were using even SCBC in order to smear the leadership, Dr. Cho and the AgovC. We understood that in order to win this war, you needed strong institutions. By strong institution, we mean strong structures within an organization. You needed strong people. By strong people, we mean people that would not blink, people that had conscience, people that were firm, and people that knew what they were doing. But we also needed a strategy and a vision. So when people began to attack us, we were focused on building that strategy. We were focused on building strong institutions, because we knew when you get to Boya, you would also need strong institutions in order to maintain the country, in order to keep prosperity, in order to advance the country socio-economically, politically as well. So we built an impeccable structure, and thanks to all the people within the AgovC, when we were small and they were attacking us, even the Atta John, you have forgotten the Atta John, who came out and confessed that they were trolls on the internet and so on, or they were ghost profiles. So these attacks are not, they are not new to us, but I have a word for them. They are just playing with fire, because the AgovC and the ADF will engulf them. We don't mind. It's only a matter of time, and they will be exposed, because the AgovC is built on truth, and the people that follow AgovC are truthful and they trust with the AgovC. Why our people? I trust our people very well. It wasn't much of their fault. The fault was the intoxication from all the lies and the sabotage concocted between Cameroon, the SDF, the Sako and Chris Anu IG faction, the HD and the Akwangas and the Buhebets. All of these guys, these are the concoctions that they had. So what we are seeing now is a play of their last game. They are exiting and they are on their way out. They are desperate. So when someone is desperate, and we know that from Cameroon, they wouldn't mind rocking the entire boat so that everyone falls with them. But Ambazonians are not that way. We trust in Ambazonians, because why Ambazonians were fooled, they did not let that sink in that much, because for 38 years that Cameroon is ruled by Biya. Biya has not been able to fool Ambazonians. But before Cameroon, there was another 12 years by Ahijo or so, and he was unable to fool Ambazonia. So in total of more than half a decade, Cameroon has not been able to fool Ambazonia. There will be nobody, no institution, not even the international system, to fool the AgovC and Ambazonia. That is the trust I have in them. I also trust in Ambazonians, because I know they are generous people. They have come out to fund the revolution in the past 3 years, and the stamina has been shown. They have done that continuously. It's just that because of lies, some of them have put their money where good-for-nothing pastors, good-for-nothing traitors and spies have used that money for their own purposes. But Ambazonians should well know that the AgovC is made up of good people entirely, and that we have withstood the test of time. Even when we were in the minority, we knew what we were doing. Now that we are even in the majority, with the strategies laid out by the organization and its leader, with the takeover that has been well prepared and is well documented, and the actions plans were mapped out, if Ambazonians fund continuously, not just once off, because a revolution is a very tedious endeavor. When they fund continuously, month after month, just like some people are funding day after day, we will get to Boya sooner rather than later. and believe in the boys and girls on the ground. They are more willing. One of their greatest fear, they confided in us, was that they were scared that we might leave them loose, and if we leave them, they might not be able to withstand. So the more we stand behind them, the more courage they have. And following the battles that they fought on the ground, and Cameroon has been unable to win any battle against Ambazonia. Cameroon hasn't won. The Gabu massacre, the Bali and so on, and that Cameroon has murdered thousands of people. They have been civilians. In the last 6 months, Cameroon has not been able to kill a single soldier in one battle. Most of the people killed are normally civilians. We have only lost soldiers in the battle to internal spies, enablers. These people that pass for revolutionaries with no strategy. Ask them what is their strategy. They don't have one. So Ambazonians, we trust in you for your generosity. We trust in you that nobody can fool you. Cameroon has not been able to fool you through their 2 presidents. Pastors have been unable to fool you. Alphabet TV, tribalism has been unable to break your will. That is the power you have to determine your future. Invest in your revolution and own the outcomes of the revolution. If you don't, and somebody else's invest, that person is going to own the outcomes of the revolution. This is the time to step up and invest continuously so that the boys and girls have what is necessary. They have the will. They have what is necessary in order to do the last push. And we think the takeover plan is impeccable. The takeover plan built on from the block by block and the rooftop by rooftop strategy, supplemented by community mobilization and targeted diplomacy. Most of our diplomatic gains, we don't showcase them. But as I said, the day we'll take out all the photos and show you, and the audios and the videos, Ambazonians, you'll be proud of the AgovC. You'll be proud of the Ambazonia Defense Forces and the work that we do in the background. I hear it for now.
Thank you so much, Honorable VP. I say honorable because what you said is it deserves something more than just simple honorable. In fact, this is understatement. So which means I was waiting for you to say you launched pin in the US, and people, you are the diplomatic person. Some people will think that the first thing you will say is that you believe in America, you believe in London, you believe in Germany, you believe in Norway, that only the people of Norway, the people of US will free. But we have only heard you spoke and finished only mentioning Ambazonia, Ambazonian people, Ambazonian patriot. You only mention our soldiers in ground zero. That means that as we speak, you have confidence that the same Ambazonian that did not let our soldiers, our valiant soldiers, down with the PIN project, you still have hope in them. You still believe in them. That you believe in Ambazonian first before any external or whatever coming from wherever on earth. That means you believe in Ambazonian soldiers and in the Ambazonian people. Am I correct?
Ambazonians are the ones that would free themselves. The international community has, in the past, played us. They are still playing us through the HD, through the French and Cameroon angle, through the Guterres and all those that take golden statue in Cameroon. So Ambazonians, your liberation is in your hands. That's why I keep emphasizing on Ambazonians. We have been in the corridors of power from the west to the east and in between. And let me tell you something. One of the advice we're giving on Disclose was that keep the fire burning on the ground. That is why I came out with the slogan that diplomacy is predicated on power. And it is the Ambazonian people to determine their destiny. It's not the UN. It's not the UK. Because if it is the UK, the US, and whatever country, they will be pursuing their interest. Once Ambazonia is free, it will take the US, the UK, the French itself less than 24 hours to recognize Ambazonia. So what Ambazonians have to do is to believe in themselves as they believe in themselves, because remember, Ambazonians were abandoned in 1961 by the international community, Britain and the United Nations and the US, and they thought that we were dead. but we germinated from the soil. We did not go away. With this same stamina, with this same characteristic, and with this same belief, Ambazonians have shown Cameroon that they are invincible beings, that their Chadian troops and the French Legion troops in Africa are unable to break our backbone. We have humbled them in the streets, in the forests, in the towns of Ambazonia, and we continue to humble them. We have made them so fearful to walk freely with their uniforms in our territory. The duos administrate from outside of Ambazonia. We will serve them what they deserve until the last battalion of Cameroon troops leaves Ambazonia walking or on their knees.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Excellency. This is going to be one of the hardest questions. You know, again, this is, you're the face of the nation talking now. And so you can take questions from the opposition, from people who align with you and people who don't align with you. Fellow Ambazonians, the number is on the screen for you to call and ask a hardest question. We don't care if you belong to the peak, whether you belong to Ashawari, whether you belong to wherever, even La Republic, you can call here. We will answer you here. So we want to make it very democratic. The number is on the screen. Call WhatsApp +1 786 630 2357. But before we go that, thank you so much for saying. I remember Dr. Chuayaba once told me in his last show here that whenever people attack AgovC or ADF or him, he has pity for the people. And later on, those people, we saw people with tears that used to attack him, and we saw people making confession, saying Dr. Chuayaba or AgovC has remained the most powerful institution. These are people who have always attacked AgovC and tried to destroy it, maybe holding basket for pastors. I don't want to call names, but we saw the people who created these demons. And even though they believe Dr. Chuayaba is the fire, they still hold grudges. Now, we have questions coming from the other side. We want to talk the issue of Tapang, our wonderful spokesman before, that is now the Pacific Defense, Deputy Defense Chairman. At a time when you and Dr. Chuayaba told us the vision, it was difficult for people to understand it. It was difficult for the majority that was already derailed by pastors to understand, because they wanted somebody to stand with the Bible and say, oh, hallelujah, we can have independence 3 months, give me this amount of money, and I take you to Boya. And people, and when the 3 months or 4 months or 9 months passed, nothing was taken, we were not even taken close to Africa. People like me who put money start asking, but you told me in 3 months you don't take me, you will leave. You are still there. What is the problem? Some people block us, block activism, and they were holding basket. But what I want to say is, Tapang Ivo has been one of the first people that left from maybe consortium or any group or from one-man commando and completely went to AgovC and takes all his followers. I am one of them too. I did the same. At the time when AgovC was being fought, no one believed. The majority of the youth are not understanding that AgovC is the youngest leadership in Amazonia. And it's still the only leadership that has produced a leadership that has women in it, leadership that has valiant gentlemen, only young people. And today the people understand that thanks to the activities of people like Tapang, Verla Franklin, Lucas Achu, Capo Daniel, and these are all young people. But you have some camp that is engineered by old people like in Yaoundé, where people believe in 17th century and not in 21st century. They make policies based on the thirst of the 17th century and not the thirst of the 21st century. Not to talk about the Android generation thirst and the microwave test. They are making it only in the way they are thirst. That thirst means thirsty, not in the test of ours today. And so, what do you have to say? Because there are people who want to, because if I was Paul Biya in counterfactual, I want to destroy AgovC. I would want AgovC to discredit Lucas Ashu, Tapang Ivo, Capo Daniel, Verla Franklin, Tapang Ivo, by saying, oh, he did this. But they will never ever come and appreciate the 99% good things that Tapang have done, like I just mentioned. But maybe one thing happened and say, oh, fire him. But these are the same people that allow the other people to bring the pigs to take over our nation. Mr. VP, in your wonderful way, how can you tell Ambazonian people, opposition, and anyone about this?
I think you guys, I would first start by congratulating you guys. You guys have done a marvelous job. It's difficult. Lies are very easy to follow and very sweet in the ears. It's just that they don't last, because most of the people, when they said the government, and we're telling people that the government is not ideal, and Dr. Cho articulated the position of the Ambazonia Governing Council by saying that it's not a walk in the park, it's going to be tough, and only those with stamina are going to be left standing at the end of the day. People thought that we're joking. When we outlined the plan, people thought that we're joking, but thanks to your activism, Lucas Ashu, Tanku, and the rest, you know what? There's something about Tanku that people don't understand. He's a gentleman that is intelligent. He can analyze situations and see them way beyond what many people would obviously see, you know. So he is going nowhere. Everybody in the organization has dedicated themselves to freeing Ambazonia. So sometimes when he talks, or when other activists talk, including yourself, it might come as if they are not for the struggle, or let me put it, it might come very blunt, straight to the face. But that is what Ambazonians need to know, because lies telling, soothing, trying to sugarcoat in itself has not helped. Because if you do that, you are moving away from a revolution to a virtual government, because that's what a virtual government does. Try to sugarcoat and soothe and try to appease people. But we have told the people how it is and what it is. And these activists, including yourself and the rest, just so many I can't call, have seen the truth, have seen the light, have seen the strategy. The AgovC is not against any strategy. We are not just simply going to follow a bunch of people that have no vision. But even if they had a vision, it has no implementation plan. And that vision is not based on research, it's not based on historical analysis, it's not based on current and contemporary analysis.
And VP, we have a caller, we have a caller that is coming that want to talk. Maybe we want to take a question from this caller. Hello? Hello, right on.
Hello.
Hello, right on, please. You are welcome to Liberation TV with the VP live right now, the plateau.
Okay, good evening, my brother.
Good evening, and are they here with the VP? I'm live in Liberation TV. Do you have anything to contribute?
Yeah, I have a lot to contribute, but anyway, I'll give chance for other people. I'll just ask few questions and maybe give some few ideas.
All right,
which
good.
Can also help the AgovC.
Thank you so much. If you can summarize everything for 1 minute 30 seconds, we will appreciate it. And go ahead right away.
Okay. I say, may I talk for pidgin so that it will mami the fee here.
Go on, oh.
Okay. I said some problem there now we will get to be very careful. And when I get for anyway, before I want to start now, Dulce Gabbana from Spain because.
Welcome, oh, ¿cómo está? Hola, welcome. Oh yeah, we are losing connection with the caller. We are losing connection with the caller. Malo, mi mano, malo. We are losing connection with the caller. Hello, mi amigo. We are losing connection with you. Malo. No muy bien.
Now they get you well.
All right, go on now. Go on, please.
Okay, something will happen for ground zero, especially for southern zone. We'll get to be very careful because it will create a very big problem for this revolution.
More straight to the point.
What did happen now? Say they don't intoxicate fighters and for southern zone for start see how the feet stand against fighters the way their origin are from northern zone. So we get to be very careful. We get to tell doctor, make him find a strategy on how if he
Oye, mi amigo, la conexión muy malo. La conexión muy malo, mi amigo. Ay. Mis amigos transparente, welcome. Ay. Anyways, I think that doctor, you got what the caller was saying from there. Mi amigo from Spain. So what you have to say that to Ambazonian before we take the next caller?
I think it has only intensified that they didn't want to see people county by county as propagated by Eric Tato and Mark Barata. That is exactly what it was meant to do. in order to make people not to feel welcome in a different county. So it is only intensifying. It's something that we know, and we have strategies. The first would be education and communication. The arrival of the radio, it's doing a good job. So thanks to our communication department, but also with the IG Care, you know, we would launch with a consortium, the SCBC, and that is also going to educate our people more. But we are talking with these fighters, and also there's a new penal code that is being adopted by the National Council. Once that penal code becomes operational, any fighter engaged in that would be subjected to the laws of the revolution. So we are taking every step possible in order to address that issue that has been ongoing for some time. Remember, one time they said they didn't want to see a Bamenda man, you know, in the Southern Zone, propagated by Alphabet TV and the rest of the rest of the intoxicated spies and infiltrators. They are not even enablers in the Southern Zone, and some of them living in the diaspora. So we know that that is happening. We are putting in place a sustainable system and a well laid out plan that our fighters would use in order to handle that. Let me tell the fighters, anybody propagating tribalism, whether it is one Southern Zone fighter against another Southern Zone, saying that a Meme man or cannot fight in the BLM or the BLM cannot fight in Fako, your days are numbered. Just know that. So the earlier they get it, the better. And I think you activists should propagate this to ground as far as possible, you know, both in the dialect and in pidgin, so that they can understand the gravity of what they are doing. There is no space for tribalism in Ambazonia. Ambazonia would be a country of equality and diversity, and that is a country that would allow anybody to settle anywhere, and your tribe will never be asked or where you are from. Everybody is Ambazonia. So those propagating that in the Southern Zone, we know it's Cameroon, it's SDF, it's the PIGS, it's the Alphabet TV, it's the county by county chairman. It's only a matter of time. We will bring you to account.
Thank you so much, Excellency. That means for what way don't talk. Well, I talk for my people because I know the people 1 year. Can you if for cotton, if for turn back pure wakundra. Arai we cotton, but with the more country came up for them back. That means the thing where we say, when brother he climb for Mbanga, ye brother he must chop Mbanga where don't right. We no one catch him for we country. That means if Amba he climb tree for Mbanga, Amba he must chop Mbanga. No be say cousin, no be brother, sister, auntie, no be for family. Now we as Ambazonians as a whole say one person climb tree. We as a nation need to chop milk and honey together. For that one, I don't look at the comment section. The one where they want give Nana hard question though. I beg no, hard question. Now for comment section, I see what where people where they not be under ADF, they here too. They comment because this is democratic. We can't do anything against people who not believe we because they have to exist, whether they believe we or not. I think say I think say they need for exist no matter wherever, whether they believe AgovC or ADF or not. We think say na citizen for Amba, na citizen for Amba, it must exist. Some people there for here for comment section, they want make you talk for your mouth, sep for your mouth. Will the takeover project means that no project should take place in Ambazonia except takeover, or there is the right to self-determination to the citizen to think and use their bank account the way they want to use? What is the position of you in terms of AgovC?
I think with the AgovC, there is the takeover project is the ultimate. Anybody coming to Ambazonians to say that you should surrender your bank account to them, that person is obviously fake. They are not working for your interest. But also the Ambazonians should know that Ambazonia is for everybody, whether you are AgovC or not. As long as we have the same goal, as long as we are heading to the same direction, the country is yours. I am not more Ambazonian than you or than any other person, whether they are in the AgovC or not. Ambazonia would be a country of diverse traditions, diverse cultures, diverse geography, diverse people, freedom to think, autonomy to own your own property and your bank's account and your houses and so on without interference from the state. So Ambazonians should stay in comfort, knowing that the takeover project will end Cameroon's occupation and impunity, slavery on our people, and that they should contribute, even if say widows might, to this project. This is the biggest and the finest project that we will ever bring on board, and it is an ongoing project. There is no end date. The project would end, even if other projects come on board, it will only end the day we arrive Bongo Square.
Wonderful. That means a person like me, so even when I don't be AGOV, you know, go come say, give me your bank account to take over project, or give me this. That means say for AgovC, now honest citizen, please. When I want to go for Boya, when I want to go for independent, when I want to support una soldier, when I think for una brain, when I use una brain, when I take una cut, now when I go put the number, now when I go put the pin, now when I go say, I do my commitment. $100 every month. No be say week by week, like people they go put for church every week. Sunday they put. Today Corona Ntumbu, it don't come. Even Papa for Roman, it don't go hide for almost 2 months now. You know they come for Cathedral, for Rome, for Vatican. But people they go give every week, every Sunday they go give money. Say God, Papa God where they close to. Papa for Roman where they close to God. Don't go hide. Oh, sorry, me I not talk the one. But anyways, people when they say give me my money, I take you. You must give this. You must give this. AgovC come say please use your, now you go put your, no, it will not default more, because this thing is self-determination. We fight for people's right, and that means a human being. Now you never carry yourself, so you carry money, you go put Jesus alive. Jesus Christ alive. Hey, if alive, if Papa go away, they himself go slap me. That means the people for Ambazonia, they be free for use their money the way they think. And you deplete, say AgovC get the takeover process, just like the PIN project where it don't deliver. We don't see Commander Sumanguru. Is that what you are saying? Because if you lie, people will use this against you tomorrow for counterfactual, and now me I will be the first person for bring them out.
Exactly. Through the PIN project, and the PIN project is still ongoing. It's like me. I always have my PIN. I think every Ambazonian should be able to be proud,
like I get my PIN, of
wearing a piece of their country close to their heart. And what the PIN project has done, all of us have seen. And let me tell you a little secret. What you saw La Republique and Bui warriors infiltrated and worked with Bui warriors took from us, that was just the tip of the iceberg. And when that happened, Cameroon tried to attack us in different locations, thinking that we're wicked. But we dared them a severe blow, and since then, they've not tried. They even tried with the late Bandam a few weeks ago to come to Batibo and hold elections, and we send them backpacking. Is to tell you the caliber of material that are still in stock. But we want every fighter, boy or girl in Ambazonia, to be able to have the metal that can protect his or herself from the advancing enemy. Not all fighters, not all forces under the contender forces have that type of material. Therefore, the purpose of the PIN project and the total takeover is to make sure that they have the required material. At least 80% of the forces have good material to match Cameroon iron for iron. In that way, we are not only humbling them, but we will send them in their backs. And Cameroon, as they say in Pidgin, will pick ball run.
Doctor, what the way you don't talk now, so you don't talk something where it pass the truth where Jesus Christ, where Papa, you don't jump for that yesterday, you go for heaven. If I lie now, you go say me wait where pass Corona Tumbu. I said, you see you, Papa, go wait where VP don't talk. It is the Bible truth. Me we test VP, wait where don't talk now for confirm if VP talk now the truth or the lie. VP, who be king Goliath?
Now David, but we be here some person we talk say they preach. What I talk say na Gideon or na Samson, the thing say pass me. They were here so, but they let's say my head done. So David na Ambazonia, Goliath na La Republique. But you know say Goliath they so head no day. Now only small David, they go knock him for down. I know we don't knock them. We knock him, they go come out.
Hey, baby, no make a one day go yawa prayer. One day go yawa prayer. Hey, na General Ivo make him before I make this song. When I look at Ivo, I see him like a David. You the person where kill Goliath. Who is it? Samson? Gideon? Thank you so much, Honorable VP, for this question. We don't answer. Say Ambazonia, na David. La Republic na Goliath. Wait, even the hate we don't move up. That means that they take over project. Ambazonia do what? Because people say, hey, Papa go where the lie, Papa go. You go take Corona for we are be. Good, thank you. That means say, as David, we don't pray the Bible. He pray for Papa God like he pray now. So, Papa God say, yes, thank you, my son, for praying. But remember, God said no food for lazy man. You must carry bow and arrow. You go stroke Goliath. That means that you must use physical energy where Papa God say, don't give way for stroke Goliath. Even the army of Jerusalem, now so they fight. So, to correlate with the way they talking about the takeover project, that means that we Amba people, where we know God, where God don't bless our struggle, like he be blessed David. We don't pray now in a time where God say no food for lazy man. That means that we won't take now our power for God bring. Now so he they talk.
Exactly. Now is the time to put all your might into something that has worked. The AgovC and the ADF have worked. You have seen the evidence day in, day out. And what Cameroon and these infiltrators in the name of interim government, they did was, because they are working with Cameroon, they were the first people to attack us and say ADF and AgovC are working with Cameroon. You know, when a thief wants to attack you, a thief would be the first person to call you a thief. And this is exactly what they thought they were good at. But as I said, I trust Ambazonians that you cannot fool all Ambazonians all the time. Not even one all the time. When you are fooling them, they are looking at you. It's only a matter of time they pick you out. So their lies, their manipulation has been exposed. Don't show you how people with no wit, people with nothing to show for, they will come and lie to our people. They will come and kill our brothers and sisters on the ground and ask for some to be killed for their own egoistic means.
All right,
Ambazonians have to be very
Honorable VP. We have one caller. We have one caller coming. Want to ask you a question. We will see what the citizen want to. Hello, we are here in a democratic platform where you can talk for or even against. Welcome. What do you have to say? I'm here with VP right now.
Hello?
Hello, welcome to Liberation TV.
Yes, good afternoon, Verla.
Thank you so much. Welcome. I'm live with Liberation TV. The VP is here now. What do you have to say in less than 1 minute?
Yeah, I have some question for the VP.
Right away, so go straight to the point.
It's about the takeover project.
Go straight away to the point, sir. Welcome. Thank you so much.
I would like the VP to answer me these questions. We know we are all suffering from the trust. Most donors don't trust most projects because of what happened with my trip to Boya. Secondly, why is it that AgovC is working with the Sisiko IG, the IG care? Then when they launched the team project and the IG care also launched the bond project, the AgovC started sabotaging the bond project, saying that people should not contribute, should not buy bonds where we don't have a country. We should not buy bonds that we don't have a country to call our own. Now, the other project is out, they call it DAC. DAC also have the same objective like the takeover project. So, will you accept money? The takeover project is all about money to buy guns, right? Will you accept money from DAC? Let's say AgovC have a project for $100,000. DAC is having this money. DAC say, okay, since you need money, come and take this money and go buy guns. Will you accept money from DAC to take over your project, or you will refuse because you don't want the project? That's my question.
Okay, VP, I hope that you have heard this question. I can't say anything because this is directed to you, and right on. Thank you so much, Oga.
Thank you so much, Concerned Ambazonia. Thanks a lot for your questions. concerning the first question, now, if you look at the way revolutions are run, people have even gone as far as saying that that you don't need a leader or you don't need a group in order to run a revolution. It's just like saying you don't need a government or you don't need a state or a system to run a country. These are people that have invested their money. There's lack of trust in investing. There is lack of trust not because Ambazonians don't want to invest. It's because where they were being fooled and they didn't know has failed them. And these Ambazonians, unlike Verla, unlike the Ketchafru, unlike loads of people that have realized themselves and coming to invest, they bring in the notion that, oh, they don't need, our trust has been damaged. No, their trust has been damaged because they foolishly followed scammers and they thought that scammers can take them somewhere. For people that understand how revolutions are run and they know that it's not the fall that determines your strength, that you can fall down as many times as possible. It's how you wake up and pick up the pieces and follow the right path that matters. They will continuously invest. Anybody telling you that, oh, there is no trust, everybody has failed. The AgovC, the ADF has never failed you. We have never, and we will never. We would rather bow out of the revolution than sell Ambazonia to Cameroon or to the international community. That is the promise. And that if anybody talking about trust, tell them to tell you where they have been giving their money. Because every penny, every dollar, every euro that has come to the AgovC and ADF has been used for the purposes for which they were raised. So that is what I need to bring. A revolution needs a credible institution and credible leadership that has been provided by the AgovC through the leadership of Dr. Cho Ayaba. They also need a strategy. So you need an organization, you need a leader, and you need a strategy. And this lady, I think you saw a video out there that has criticized the creation of a government, but also advised on having a credible leader with a credible strategy. And we have one. But if there is any other person or group that can present us with the alternative, we will follow it. But for now, this is the only credible alternative that is on the table. And Ambazonians should stop running and saying, oh, there is lack of... There is trust in the AgovC. There is lack of trust with pastors that are hiding in the back of their Alphabet TV and the back of people's money to make their own life because they have been
Honorable LJ,
their personal lives.
there is also something that...
The second question.
Oh, yes, yes.
If you read Dr. Fontem Niba, I think he made a very good analogy the last 2 days. When we created the block by block, these spoilers created the county by county. When we did the PIN project, they did the bond. Our relationship with Siseko IG is a relationship built on diversity. We collaborate where we can, but it doesn't stop any other party from raising their funds. If they raise their funds and give us, we might not take it. If they have a route to get weapons, they should rather use those weapons and act as a complementary force on the ground. The AgovC would only use money that we have raised indirectly. In that way, we can be accountable to that money. You will see the material yourself. But we cannot be making projects and they are duplicates. But we welcome the duplicates as long as these duplicates are taking us to Boya. So the IG Care can do their dark. But if they are the same people that promoted tribalism, Mark Barata and Eric Tato, I hardly call people's name. Sometimes we didn't want to call people's name because we didn't have the evidence. We now have the evidence, but sometimes it's not to go as low as them because these are people. What has Mark Barata achieved in his personal life? Forget about Ambazonia. What has Eric Tato achieved in his personal life? What is Mark Barata's strategy? What is Tato's strategy? Let them tell you a strategy like the total takeover or the triad approach. Let them come and explain to Ambazonian people. They should be either activists or they should be journalists and help the Ambazonian people to enlighten them to be able to choose the right path and stop coming in to confuse.
Thank you so much.
Division, you know.
Thank you so much. Fellow Ambazonians, you hear what the VP is saying? There are two things that I want Ambazonian people to know. There's revolutionary mentality, but there is what they call political correctness. That one at time where we don't get peace, no mercy don't come. Where we can be doing jabu jabu, jabu jabu, jabu jabu, person not die. You understand? We can be doing ping pong, chess game, playing, you know, dodging, playing tabala. You understand? Person not die. Revolutionary mentality, it tell you ho-ha. It tell you say, look, you cannot dispense because I don't hold up. Whether you like or not, I don't hold up. Now you for think how for live canas. You understand? During time when people form government, some people be the talker. Tapang Ivo was one of them, I remember. One of the most diehard person where they say these things are government, whether you believe, whether 99% people believe it go for. People be defied here. Say, why you always criticize? Why? Where the government today? During Skakuf time, me so I turn up, I talk to it. When they say court independence from the court like Georgia, where that Georgia day, the Georgia no exist. Where the Folihawk no bring independence, the guy Kutabi. I think this Folihawk was even in charge. They brought so many projects. My trip to Boya, where I don't give money. I want to see Sakon start give money. I say me, I be put money. That means I get credibility to act. Some activists come block me. They come and say I be traditional doctor. I be primitive man. I be this. They can't where my trip to Boya don't go. When they don't go for Brazil village, instead of going to entire Brazil country, people declare and say diplomacy. But when we go for United Nations Unrepresented People's Committee, UNP or IMPO, and brought the membership, they sabotage. All these things we have seen. Again, they want to have independence from the courts, ICC. Where I don't study big book. Big book tell me say Cameroon never ratify for being a member of ICC. That means the ICC cannot even do anything to Cameroon because of protection of sovereignty of the United Nations Security Council and the balance of power. And Cameroon is a member of the United Nations, but not a member of the ICC. And some people on Ambazonia, when no book, they don't know the one. Now, Honorable VP, you don't talk directly as a day. For today, we get less than our time. We get less than 15 minutes, less than 10 minutes to go. What is the thing that you want to tell Ambazonians today before we go? If some person go see ask question. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Ambazonian people need to know that they are the most resilient people on earth and in Africa for that part. That if it was another people subjected to this level of torture, of torment, of colonialism for the last 60 years, they would have disappeared from the surface of the earth. If it was a different people subjected to this genocide, to this brutal killing, burning, the Mamiapi, the baby matter for the last 4 years, they would have folded their arms. But what I'm seeing in Ambazonian people is the resilience, is the steadfastness, is the determination to end this once and for all, not even for themselves, but for the future of their children and their children's children.
We get another caller coming.
Every Ambazonian, that within this revolution, we had been saying it right from the days of Skakuf.
We also have another caller that VP. We have another caller coming. Let us see what the caller wants to say. Hello, caller. Hello. Hello, caller.
Hello.
Yeah, you can go again very fast. 30 seconds. Be very straight. Yeah. Hello. Welcome. Hello.
I just have one more question for the VP.
Sure. Yeah. Wrap it up for like 30 seconds. Yep.
Okay, this question goes like this. For my own understanding, right? I'm thinking we are having all this fighting, like groups to group fighting, stuff like this.
Yeah.
Because
and I want to ask one thing. Were you satisfied the answer that VP gave you? Were you satisfied? 1 to 10. Why will you rate your satisfaction?
I was satisfied with the answer he gave me, but I wasn't satisfied with one point he made. Like, yes, I was satisfied with the answer, but I wasn't as satisfied with one point he made.
All right, thank you. Go ahead, sir.
He portrayed, in his statement, he portrayed ATF like is the overall, is the all and all. The Ambazonian people should depend only on ATF. That ATF is going to take us to Boya. That's no way. That's why I'm calling back again to follow up with another question.
Right on.
And the ADF come to the level where, okay, all the Ambazonia people to form a single army for the Ambazonia people? Can they come to that level, bring all the fighters? Okay, let's say all the Ambazonia people agree, okay, we need a national army. Can the ADF come to that point where, okay, they dissolve the organization ATF and come together and form a national army for the Ambazonia people? Can they come to that level?
Thank you so much for this. Thank you so much for this answer. Where you don't answer, VP. Maybe you know the understand. He say that means the ADF not believe for collaboration. Nothing like contender for the ADF believes now on the ADF and nothing but ADF. VP say whether ADF fit do collaboration or fit council go for anything. That's why the Kora don't talk. Wait till you see him, VP. Answer him.
I think throughout this show, I have talked about the contender force. I've called the 7 Qatar, the BSCRF, all of that. And by saying ADF, every time I say the ADF, because that is my organization and that is the largest force on the ground. I think the international community, Ambazonians, both at home and abroad, have echoed that, and that has been seen from numerous activities on the ground, being military or civilian activities. We have seen that ADF is the biggest and the largest force, and that we are working in the contender force. And I keep mentioning this. We are going to go to Boya as a group. So with the sister forces that we have on the ground, that is the national army in itself.
Yeah,
and AgovC dissolve itself. This is the same argument I hear. When I say things, I am being blunt and straight. The AgovC would not dissolve to join any group that does not have the credibility up to the level of AgovC. It's just the same like your group because my group has fallen. You know what, AgovC to dissolve, let's start a new thing. This thing of always replicating or thinking that is by creating the Njangi Commission, the Disarmament Commission, when disarmament doesn't work, they should dissolve it. All of that is colonial mentality. It will not work with the AgovC. Sometimes it's good for Ambazonians to understand us. And there is nobody else to give you straight talking like myself.
Yeah,
the AgovC would not dissolve. We can.
All right, Honorable VP, we have another caller. We have another caller that want to ask another question. We have another caller on the line that want to have another question. I think we have less than 10 minutes to go, so sir, you can wrap up for like 30 seconds. Go on, go ahead.
Okay, VP, I want to ask the VP that we are getting information from Yaoundé that our prisoner in Kolenge, they are in a situation now that an Ambazonian died from the COVID-19. So what can he say concerning the well-being of our fighters in there and our patriots in there in this time that we know that our countries are instead releasing prisoners and our people are being held captive in a crowded cell like Kolenge.
Thank you so much for that. Thank you.
I want to I think I'll be very quick on this. We have issued a communique, and the head of the humanitarian services is also working not only with our prisoners of war held in Kondenge, but they are also working with the general Ambazonian population to put in place measures that have been internationally recognized to curb the spread of the virus. Their activities, I think mask production, the production of masks was initiated some 4 days ago, and that is taking place in Ambazonia. How those masks will be distributed within the entire territory and possibly in there, it's a matter of implementation from the HSC, and I think they are doing their best with other non-governmental organizations, international, that are within Cameroon, that are calling on the Cameroon government, just like our communique did, to decongest not only Kondenge, but prisons like Boya itself, that they still hold. You know, other prisons outside of Ambazonia that Cameroon is holding Ambazonians incommunicado, including its own citizens. But our communiques clearly spells that out. But I think the humanitarian division of the Ambazonian Governing Council is working on the ground day in, day out. I've seen, and in the coming days, I think that will come out. You know, it has to go through procedures. The activities that they've undertaken on the ground in order to curb the spread of this virus in Ambazonia is overwhelming, and I think they are doing good strides. So we keep calling on Cameroon to decongest its prison, especially prisons where Ambazonians are held. We are calling on the international community to put pressure on Cameroon to decongest and to provide adequate sanitation and guidelines for those in prison in order to curb the spread of this virus. You know.
All right, VP, we have another question. Sorry, fellow viewers, I am working on VP's time schedule, so that's why I keep cutting, because his time is almost over. So we want to get another caller, maybe probably the last but one caller, and then VP will be rounding up. Thank you so much. So welcome to Liberation TV.
Yeah, Verla.
Yes, sir. Welcome, sir. Much respect to you. Thank you so much for all your support to this struggle. God bless you and your family. And go ahead.
Yeah, thank you very much for the opportunity. I think you are one of the activists that we actually rely on, because you speak your truth, you talk it as it is. But one thing I wanted to say, this intruders, since their plan is to destroy their Norway borders, and what happened in Kumbu, I know when you go traditionally, you can actually take them off. Let them just go to Kumbu, pick up the soil from the graves of those guys that they killed. When that soil enters the US, I think some of them would automatically be deleted from this earth. So I thank you very much. Since they are specialized in telling lies, they want to come in and disrupt the revolution, their own time will soon come. So if you can do that job better, those boys who have been killed in Kumbu, if they pick up the soil from their place and it gets to the US here, I think that is all about the great animals who said they were going to crush them, and they did. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. I will work hand in hand with you in that, and I want to tell you that that is exactly the route and the path I followed since February, the end of February. And now I think that they can confirm what is going on in their various camps, in their various destinations, in the communities where they thought that they were already there. They can see what the civilian population is doing now. So thank you so much. We have another caller coming, SJ. I think that you will be going, VP, sorry, I think that maybe you will be going now because I think time has elapsed. You've been live for 1 hour and 32 minutes. I'm so sorry. I take the last caller and then we are ready to go. Thank you plenty for sharing. I'm going to share the last sharing with this. May we hear to the last caller. Hello, caller. Hello. Hello.
Yes, hello, Comrade Verla, good afternoon. This is Comrade Divine Naga calling from Canada. I'm the chairman of Council of Nations for AgovC. I just want to thank you so much and also congratulate the VC for the great job you guys are doing. I just want to drop this in. There is a saying that Julius Achebe said. He said, 2 rams cannot drink in the same bucket, they will not punch. And something which we have noticed with Ambazonians is that they always think that they can only challenge their own. And something which we notice massively is that Ambazonians want to argue everything that Ambazonians do. We spend our entire life thinking of fighting one another. I will give an example of COVID-19, which is disturbing the entire world. The entire world system is completely shut down.
Yeah.
And people have been asked by various governments to stay home. This has been respected across the globe. What is holding our revolution back is that people think that they always have to be in charge, when they themselves are not even in charge of their own lives. I want to congratulate the VP for asking very pertinent questions. If people want to make people their leaders, I think it's very, very imperative that they ask questions for themselves and what have they themselves achieved in their own lives before being leaders for other people. We have people in this revolution that cannot even run their own homes, and they intend to run a system of 8 million people. How is that going to happen? That is number one. And number two is that certain things that are extremely very critical. AgovC is a solid platform that is made up of zoo of leaders that are grown up to respect one another, to nurture systems that are going to provide for Ambazonia, for post-independence. Already thinking of people, our suffering people that are in bushes, some of them displaced internally and they don't know what to do. And you think that we should just take this baby and put in the hands of untrusted people. It's time for law and order. We need to put some sanity in this country. Come up with stringent rules. People do respect rules in the countries in which they are. The only place they think they could violate these things is in Ambazonia. But I think that has to stop. And as they're talking about institutions, there is none out there which can compare AgovC and ADS. So this is what we have to depend on right now. Until some other thing comes up, we have to set the pace. And I think the ambassadors, the spoilers, and all other people that are coming, I think they need to be taken care of and make sure that we don't waste.
AUX input model. The Bluetooth device is connected successfully.
Thank you so much.
I just wanted to make that comment. I appreciate you for always being there. Thank you.
Thank you so much for this wonderful talk. We don't talk as we wrap up now. That means that the caller, you don't talk, say, for Ambazonian people, plenty and majority of winner people where you don't put your right hand for fire, fire don't burn up. Next time when you see fire, I say, now on the right hand, you don't get experience. Left hand, you don't get. You go put your left hand, it burn. You know even learner. Next time you say, my foot never feel up. You put the left foot, it burn for fire. You say, the right one never feel up. Next time you see fire, you put the right foot, it burn. You say, that means that my foot, I get eye DC. Make I see my eye whether not true. Fire come again. You put your nose, put your eye, put your mouth, it come burn up. Some people say, no, they learn. Then next time now their canas, they carry canas or their bobio, they put for fire. They burn them now, you now be like one of the most worst persons. You are asking, independence, where you there? Independence, like the Biafra people. When Namdi Kano don't go for jail, they lock up. People for Biafra, they only find and say, Namdi, you must come. Namdi, you must come. Oh. Nigeria government bring strategy where Cameroon don't bring now. Then they kill Biafra general and commando. The people only turn around and say, Namdi Kano, oh, you go come. People know they looking for their general and commando. They know the thing say, as Namdi they so, then they now the land, the independence. Because when the independence come, during negotiated settlement, Namdi Kano too go come home. No, people only leave their soldier and commando. In-house fight, they until Nigeria take advantage, kill all commanders of Biafra. When all the commander don't finish, Nigerian government say, if I free Namdi Kano now he come, the people no go fight anything because Namdi go need army for fight, but now we don't kill army. Then suddenly they free Namdi Kano. Namdi Kano don't be free, people come. Now only mama and papa them they behind. Oh Namdi Kano, oh Namdi Kano, oh Namdi Kano come ask, where the general this, where the commander this, where this come, where there for this place. They say Nigerian government don't crack all over. Namdi Kano took on the hill, on the run. Now for Jerusalem we go height. Jerusalem Namdi Kano go height. Now the Biafra people not be free. Nigeria and Cameroon come together. Cameroon and Nigeria. How you be do for end that Biafra? You must catch the leader, lock up, then kill all the general. When you don't kill them all, free Seseku. When you free Seseku, we say, where are the General Ivo? Where are the Shaja? Where are the Amigo? Where are the Nginyampon? And when Seseku will not see, Seseku will run and go to exile, and that's the end of Amba. That is what is going on now. If you believe in Seseku, why you not go believe Yerima where Seseku don't give up? Now Seseku you might say Yerima. If person say one believe for free Seseku, why you not believe for Yerima? If you no one believe for AgovC say that they in collaboration with Seseku, why the person not believe for Yerima? No, we talk the truth. Seseku need us to free him. Benji, Terence, Mancho BBC, all of them need us to free them. How do you want a prisoner to free you when you are a freed man? I don't understand the one. VP, you where you get big book. How can we, the people, will be free? Not for free prisoner. Then with the word prisoner may free, we wait they cry for me for Konengi. Worst of all, they don't jail Seseku for life imprisonment. At the time when we were supporting people who impeach Seseku, that means that we give them power for do that thing. Now we say now Seseku go free, we Seseku now prisoner. May say so at the sweat because I don't think say in the history of mankind, a prisoner can come here and free me when I need to go free my papa Seseku. Now, so I think VP, what you will talk before we go round up now in 2 minutes.
All right. Thank you, Comrade Verla, for bringing me on here today. I think on a final word, I'll take the positive out of this. Even though Ambazonians have done things that a right-thinking person, by Ambazonia I just mean some of them. The majority of Ambazonians stayed there mute because they didn't want to be associated with these lies. They didn't want to be associated with this sabotage. Even though Ambazonians have gone through this, the positive you can take from is that Ambazonians have emerged with a sense of purpose. It has made us to trust Ambazonians that nobody will take them for a ride. But we deplore the loss of life on ground zero that these people have caused, and that some blindfolded Ambazonians have followed them to aid them in causing this damage, but they wouldn't have known. So in this, I think I find pleasure. I'm happy for Ambazonians that there are people that it doesn't matter how you take them through the corners. They are focused and they know where they are going. And these are the kinds of Ambazonians that, with the strategies that have been laid out in the triad approach, we are going to lead through Dr. Cho Ayaba the liberation phase of the Ambazonian independence. Once we liberate Ambazonians, Ambazonians now would form a transitional government and a future government that would be prosperous, that would look after every citizen, whether within Ambazonia or out of Ambazonia, that would allow for equality, that would allow for economic development and real education, and not intoxicated CRTV education, or not intoxicated 4 walls in a classroom. That Ambazonian children will be able to go to school and become an asset to the country, become creative, innovative, and that even our natural resources wouldn't be our main source of prosperity. It will be the ingenuity, because Ambazonians have that in their DNA. Because despite all these manipulations by the pastors, the infiltrators, the SDF, Cameroon, Ambazonians have refused to bow. Ambazonians have emerged even stronger. It therefore shows you the kind of Ambazonians that you have. Even though there is never a people without a few bad apples. It is on this note that I employ each of you Ambazonians to continuously put up your thinking cap. Not everything that glitters is gold. For now, the AgovC and the Ambazonian Governing Council have the better strategy. And until one comes, this is what you have to follow for your liberation. Governing time will be after the liberation phase. And the Ambazonian Governing Council and the ADF are doing this in collaboration with the contender forces and other groups like the IGK, that we are collaborating in areas where we can, and areas where we cannot collaborate, we accept our differences, we embrace them, and allow each person to do their own thing. And this is the type of society that Ambazonians should be looking forward to in the Gulf of Guinea, in order to protect, sustain, and enhance democracy and economic development security within that Gulf of Guinea. Thank you so much.
Thank you, VP. Thank you. You have answered the last question, which was a question of what about those that are not AgovCs, and you have mentioned everything. I can't ask a question for that. Now I know I am in the center of all Mandelas across the world. I've got, last time when I was on the grounds, you were meeting with the Mandelas in the UAE, Qatar, Dubai, Lebanon, Abu Dhabi, Dubai, Sharjah, Ajman, and Mandelas across the United States, Europe, UK, where I stand in the middle. Mandelas told me they are gathering a package. They want to subscribe to their monthly contribution, but because they are above and beyond, with the motto of we secure, we protect, and we defend the leadership of the revolution and the revolution entirely. Mandela say they will not only put their credit cards for recurring payment, for monthly commitment, but they want to also give a package which is custodial, is their custom. What is your message, the last message you have for Mandelas before you go as they prepare their mind?
See, Mandelas are one of the rock of the AgovC. These are people that when we were down on our knees, they stood their ground because they believed in the strategy, they believed in the vision, they believed in themselves, and that is not the majority that is going to liberate Ambazonia, but it is the dedicated and the few people like the Mandelas. These are some of the finest people that Ambazonia can count on, not only during the revolution, but post-independence construction. These are the people that will bring in their ingenuity, their selflessness. The Mandelas are selfless. I have met them, I've talked with them. And these are people that believe when they see a good thing, they support it. And when they see something that would bring hope to majority of the people, they do it not for themselves, but for Ambazonians. And this is why we are calling on all Ambazonians to emulate one of the rock of the AgovC that have allowed Ground Zero to sustain its heat on Cameroon. And I thank I thank them so much for this enormous sacrifice that they are not doing now. They have been doing it and continuously. And I assure them that Ambazonia will be indebted to them, and that we are writing the final chapter of Cameroon in Ambazonia. Cameroon knows that they are desperate. That's what they are. That's why they are doing what they are doing. But we will kick them out.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Like we normally end the talk show. Like we normally end the talk show. On behalf of the crew members of Liberation TV, on behalf of everyone, we want to thank you so much for coming. But like we always do as a culture of Liberation TV, the voice of the voiceless, the voice of the nation, the democratic voice that follow the democratic principle in Ambazonia. Now, you have 1,000 left in your bank account or 100 left in your bank account. And you want to support this struggle. Where will you put the last kobo left in your credit card or bank account? Where do you want to put it? This is the Labal du Sheriff, the last bullet or gun you have in your bank account. Where will you put it at?
At TTOF.net. Go there and subscribe.
That means we'll put it at www.ttof.net and subscribe for a monthly contribution and then packages. You can be sending also individual packages, yeah?
Correct.
Thank you so much, Honorable VP, for coming. Is there anything you want to say before you go? It's there for you.
Thank you so much, Ambazonians. I'm humbled to be able to play my part. I will continuously play my part in the liberation of our country without fear or favor, without any ulterior motives. And I believe with the people I'm working with, other Ambazonians that I've never met, your generosity is highly appreciated, and that we continuously support our boys and girls on the ground. They are doing a marvelous job. We cannot thank them enough. All we need to do is to gather as one people and shun infiltrators, shun spies within our midst, and make sure that we deliver this Ambazonia. We are the never again generation. We are not going to push this mammoth task to the next generation. It ends with us so that we can write Cameroon's last chapter in Ambazonia. It will be a sorry state. We will send Cameroon back to 100 years. Within 100 years, they will never be able to come back. The cost of occupation is increasing. It will increase as far as possible. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And then we go up, we rise up now to pay some allegiance to our nation by listening to the anthem of Ambazonia now. So we're gonna, fellow Ambazonians, thank you so much. It was a pleasure having VP here today. So in that case, before I go to the anthem to end the show, I want to take this initiative and thank all of you. I want to thank all of you so much for all your dedication, for all your commitment today, because you have done what actually few people can do in the 21st century. I want to thank you all for believing in Liberation TV. I want to thank you all for all your commitment, for all the business that you left, for everything that you left and came here today so that we can talk for our nation. Thank you so much, fellow brethren, fellow brothers and sisters. Thank you so much. It's always been amazing for all your contribution. To everyone that are going to subscribe now in www.ttof.net, as the VP have said, the VP mentioned something that I want before we go. I want to make it clear to everyone. The VP says that he believes first in the people. He believes first in Ambazonians. That the trust they have in you since the Contender project, since every project they have had, Sniper project, that he maintained even more hopes in you citizens than ever before. Because even the times of Blue and White Army, where we have so many colonial surrogates, so many people trying to decapitate us, to amputate us, to stop our independence, that he never lost hope in you patriotic volunteers. That he never ever lost any hope, not even for a second. that he believed only in Ambazonia, for Ambazonia, and in Ambazonia, and Ambazonians, on Ambazonians, and in Ambazonians. And that his highest heart goes to all our soldiers in ground zero. And some people ask a question of collaboration. And the VP said, listen, we have always talked about the contender force. We have always talked about sister forces. We have always talked about the forces like AMF and collaboration, because we know that it is not always about ADF, AgovC. That's why we call on the entire nation to come. Let us pull the elephant from all parts that we can do and put down, because we believe in the collective efforts. We believe in the people. We don't believe in Oyobo people where we papa them be driving for Africa. And so I think the VP was 100% correct. So I want to thank Una. Why would I don't subscribe? If we listen to VP today, I will not go subscribe. But then when I go for Facebook, the one type, oh, they want me thief money. Oh, they be thief my trip. Oh, they be do this. That means that you are also part of the enablers. But if you listen today and you go www.ttof.net as you come see for screen, you go put $100 every month, $50 every month, even 20, even 10, even 5 every month. Because you put 5 every month for 1 year. You don't put some kind of money where it could be $60. If you put 20 every month, 1 year one come, you don't put $240 maybe. And so we say, everyone, please, no look how small which way you come get it there. We no go knock a stick for your head. Hey, Papa God, where they talk so evil lie? No be you this year. I did lie. We did not stick for person, Papa God. He say, hi, no be Gideon and Samson. No. Hey, thank you, God. Thank you. Hey, as we come see Papa God where they. We know the first person. Now when they say use your heart, see if you love mommy happy. The way they kill her, Samson your family, the way they slaughter, you know go give, take over. If you see how we people they suffer, how some people don't bring something, they want kill with soldier. Because they think say with soldier no get person. That means say you must be father or fatherless. You must be a person to our soldiers in ground zero. You can know how they have suffered. Because people, when they come be bad people, they the other G money now for kill them. Now for do bad thing them for them. So fellow brothers and sisters, I want thank una plenty. I want thank una for the good thing we una don't do. I want thank una for all our commitment. Anything where we don't do way no be right, please feel free. We are democratic. We want to see citizens coming and asking questions that don't belong to us. We see VP don't say even when I want to not be ADF, when I want to be AgovC, when I don't do plenty good job them. VP don't thank una plenty on behalf of entire ADF. VP don't thank una plenty or on behalf of entire AgovC, the officials, of the executives, of the defense. So I want time when I plenty when they come ask me question, no run, because the nation. If you know turn up for us, but even big question, even if you think it's a bad question, ask them. Because we follow democratic principle. There is what they call freedom of self-expression, freedom of determination, freedom of self-defense, and no one has monopoly of all this freedom. Just like the VP mentioned, TV is coming, satellite, radio don't come. When I don't see all that thing, when they promise, they deliver. They say UNPO membership, they give up. They say defense, they give up. Anything where they talk, they give up. Pin project, when I see I'm sniper, when I see. Now why that way we declare that sniper man where they keep what we call phone Nginyam phone. Because when they talk about that, they do. When I see when they kill up, when I see how they take sniper for your hand, when I be see them, when I sub, that means the ADF they talk, they do. AgovC they talk, they do. I want time when I plenty when I don't come for you. People when I don't see what way VP they talk. For this video, me when I see the kind thing where VP they actually talk, because we don't understand the relationship where VP say it must exist between our civilian population and our soldier. Now the thing this way VP they talk say it go happen. Say for all community we go bring back this spirit with the takeover funds. That's why we say go and support the takeover fund, because this is exactly what you will see in the communities. Who will not like this? Let me know, and if you like them, press the like button and share for the last time. Now eat this also. Wait to where VPP talk when I don't see them. Say this kind of spirit must come back to all community. But for this kind spirit to come to all community, what actually the takeover project, the TTOF.net, www.ttof.net, or you go to your Google, type TTOF.net. You go come see, and when you see, no one not for tell you again, you go just know say na Amba this. You understand? But how will it look like? How will our forces look like when we don't do this project? Now you this way one time we wanna see them. When I don't see them, when I see this. I mean, say what you want to see. I say VP say we go give hope, new hope for our soldier. That means say we go give new morals, boost their morals and train them bigly and fatly. As you come put your money for www.ttof.net or go to Google and type ttof.net. Now so we go boost morals. Soldier where they don't want to go Nigeria, go Ghana, go other places. The one where they don't want to even go for some place where they know they still fight, they go come back now because their morals they go give busted. They want come back, they go get moto automopo. They gun bullets where they go to fight with them for secure our women and children. That means now so they go come back now. Now so it go day. When I see them, now so they go come back so. Now
Susanna, when shall I see my girlfriend? Susanna, when shall I see my family? Susanna, when shall I see my mother? Susanna, oh, Susanna, oh, everybody my journey away. Oh, Susanna,
this year. Now wait that way VP the talk say when we don't support our valiant soldier. Now so them go day so when go day so they go sing a song. Amba boys worry, ADF worry, Amba boys worry, do me I do you. Now so it go day. Man way it not like this, that means that the person na bad heart man. We don't see him. Now so them go day. We don't see big boss Benedict Kwa with Dr. Cho Ayaba. The big bosses where we come get. Now so it go day. That means that we want see. No be only that one where we go see him. But how our soldier go there? How them go be? Now you way I want to make all we come see them. How them go there? Now so when I see on a screen. Who don't like for see the kind soldier Amba soldier? When I see the way then there, when I see Moses, when I see Pobia, I go box you, I go kill you. When I don't see even Jesus Christ where they here, we don't draw up from Jesus Christ when a papa we don't draw up. When I see Jesus, I lie. Jesus Christ, now yeah they lie. You see I no lie. You don't see ADF. You see ADF they big force. No be so easy. Even Jesus for here this year. Jesus don't see him. So I want thank when I plenty. God bless when my people them. Thank when I plenty for this show. Thank when I fellow Ambazonians. God bless you people. And before one go, may we play the anthem of Ambazonia. Thank when I plenty. Thank you.
Hail this land of glory, we the Ambazonians, nation loyalty. Praise to our Savior who granted us for freedom. I never saw the hero who fought the land we gather. Glory to glory, we rise and never to fall. Here in our nation, flowing rivers and holy. Glory, glory, glory to the Father for making you a nation and joy forevermore. Ambazonia, land of freedom, you shall live in plenty, meeting our need, and your children shall be like the stars above. The Most High God be the watchman of His nation. Ambazonia, land of freedom, you shall live in plenty, meeting our need, and your children shall be like the stars above. The Most High God be the watchman of His nation.
Thank you so much. Thank you, and thank you, fellow Ambazonians. God bless you. For the people of Bui that want to take part in the peace initiative in Bui, the number is on the screen. Is +1 786 630 2357. Again, +1 786 630 2357. The people of Bui, the people of Mso, very even week June. Person kulon continue for kwa India sarane bo nyangwia. A one side wati at the one side adare edi ba kema tia funin. Aware one side ade Bui warrior ba kema tia funin. Kinyoke ye jibe snap from 2 nki. Kim my never sign so. Elvis, she Tatawos Candy, she NCC, she Louis Stars Musa, Elvis, when she Tatawos Candy, the Satan Bemu, our inji 1% wa came cooking sign so. Very venta in your 7 wisdom. Then cool Kumushwer, Kumumban, Unana Fagas and Sangiki, Adi, Kimon, Samba, Wami, Ntufu, Vitar, Kisang, Viba, Vitar, Vitan, Samba, then Kumetimu Bay, Adi. Ben ku metimu be number we over metimu so sure yi abati kimon samba wami ntufu vitar kisang ba vitar vitan samba ben ku metimu fo sinyenji be sanza na go nyangu yi be saya very pay people for Bui people one piece of Bui when meet up for there meet people all sons and daughters of Bui whether they turn on for which group they must stay, they must fight. Democracy and independence and self-determination must be given to forces all over Ambazonia, not to tribalism. Whether you are a mother of a fighter, you are a father, whatever, you must respect the rules. You must respect everything. There's no tribalism. Bad is bad and good is good. Spade is spade and dark is dark, white is white. Whatever happens, we have to call it as it is. Thank you so much. God bless you people and goodbye. Thank you.